Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram, welcome to your own channel AC Astro. Big video, Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. Because Jupiter exaltation is the event, but Jupiter retrograde, because when exalted planet retrograde, what happens, how it will give results to all the 12 ascendants. Let's welcome Akashji from again Calgary, again Canada. Namaskar, Ram Ram.
Namaskar, Rohitji. Ram Ram. Yes, I am back in Canada. So Brahaspati, Jupiter, just went into direct motion, went into exaltation on 18th of October 2025, and now from 11th of November it will start turning retrograde in Cancer. Now, when a exalted planet becomes retrograde, it becomes very inward. The energy becomes very inward. That means whatever action it has done in the past, you may have to revisit those actions. That's why we are making this video, so that everyone can get connected to how this transit is going to be there for them. Now, before we move forward, Instagram, thank you so much for following on Instagram, but still we need lot of followers, so please join. For Aries ascendant people, fourth house, the house related to your inner peace, happiness, mother, homeland, anything to do in terms of your feelings is where Brahaspati Dev, Jupiter, was direct and in exaltation. Now it is getting retrograde. The major impact will be on people who have done any kind of real estate deals, anything that has to do with real estate, anything that has to do with vehicle purchases. If you have done something in this period, currently as we Jupiter is transiting, then we will have to think about, checking our paperwork and everything again. It means that there can be some kind of, maybe some kind of thin line which you must have missed. This is how you will figure out this time. Secondly, those people who are involved in research, because of the fifth aspect of Jupiter on the eighth house, those who are involved in research, medical research, those who are in analytics, taxation, even those people who are Aries ascendant and have filed their taxes or are filing their taxes or anything, they're working with the tax department, they need, or interdependent or dependent tax department. That means those who are employees of tax department, also those who are also filing their taxes, they also need to be very careful about how they want to approach further and take necessary steps. In terms of those who are doing research, one good thing is that you will have to get a lot of time to fall back on your, what you say, on your theories, and you may have to you will get more time to finally publish them. Jupiter looking at the 10th house, here also it says that in the career, if some very fast movement has happened, something has happened, now it will take a lot of time for you to adjust that how you want to take this forward. Now those who are looking for jobs, this is good news, because debilitated aspect of an exalted planet acts as an exalted aspect. So here this is going to be very positive for those people who are applying for jobs. Job may be in a very better way coming to you. And Jupiter aspecting the 12th house, what is the connection between 12th and the 4th house is foreign travel. So those who have traveled to a foreign country, those who are traveling to a foreign country, you just need to check your documents, everything again and again, so that you do not make any big mistake. Overall, Jupiter is a very benefic planet. Getting retrograde does not mean any big challenge, but sometimes it just says that now it is the time for using your own wisdom, rather than me getting into wisdom oriented, only me giving you wisdom. This is the time that, okay, you have learned something, now use it. One more thing happens here is that Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So those who are trying to those who are having any kind of problems in their chest, in their lungs, any inflammation and stuff, you need to be extra careful during this time, because this is the placement where Jupiter can create a little bit of irritation, like maybe getting cold, cough, problems related to chest, heart. Okay, all the very best. um, Whenever a planet is retrograde, the remedy of the Ishta is very important. The Ishta of Jupiter is Vishnu. So Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Very beautiful mantra. Do this and it will be very, very beneficial for you. All the best, have a great time, and see you when Jupiter enters into Gemini. Taurus. When we talk about Taurus ascendant, here Jupiter 18th of October went into the third house, initiating lot of things related to communication, short distance travel, your friendships. Many things must have happened here. Your social circle must have increased. Your neighbors, your surroundings, your immediate colleagues might have been playing a very important role in your life. Now this is the time that retrograde Jupiter happens in the third house. This means it's a time to reflect back on the things that happened between 18th of October till 11th of November, and take things in from 11th of November till 5th of December in a way where you are using more of your wisdom rather than taking wisdom from other people. It is time to take self decisions, especially in the communication area, how you want to communicate, how you want to portray yourself, how you want to put your views out there to the people surrounding you, rather than. So basically what happens is that whenever Jupiter becomes retrograde in an exalted position, it gives a result related to your, how do I put it, it gives results related to your own efforts first, rather than taking help from other people, maybe knowledgeable people, mentors, teachers. This is the time that yourself is supposed to now act. Now, here, Jupiter in the third house, there may be some disruptions that can happen related to travel. Short distance travel may be a little bit up and down right now. Also, because Jupiter is putting an aspect on the seventh house, here we have to be very careful about any signature, any partnerships. Retrograde means, again, you also need to be in that same position. Go back, read all the documents very carefully, then do a signature. Same way for marriage proposals, for finding new partners, you want to be extra vigilant that how things are moving here. Do we want to take the right action? Are we doing the right things? So just a little bit of more revision is required whenever a planet becomes retrograde like Jupiter. In this scenario, Jupiter also looks at the ninth house, which is also a house of travel as well as higher education. Extreme research is required before you make any decisions related to philosophy. Whenever you're doing philosophy, first lot of research is required. Same way for higher education. If you're thinking of going to a short distance place or for a foreign country for higher education, here you want to just revise back again that okay, if everything is in order, there is no problem, right? And because third house Jupiter is also looking with the ninth aspect on the 11th house, here we want to be also careful in our social circle. It's all about care. It's not nothing wrong, nothing negative. It's only about carefulness, that some things might have moved very fast in the social circle. People might have come suddenly given you big promises. Now you have to understand, are these promises will be fulfilled or will not be fulfilled? Is this gain that was supposed to be looking good 10 days ago, is it going to come or not come? So these kind of small things are what you need to be more focused on. Try to be, sorry to say this, but eighth house lord is eighth from itself. Try to be as secretive as possible during this time. Unless and until your work is done, don't reveal it. Otherwise, it will have obstacles, obstacles, obstacles. Good news for those people who are struggling from health, because here eighth house lord goes from the eighth and longevity increases. Some ways, some possible good things happen where you are supposed to, have a good life or very good health recovery. All the best, guys. We'll see you in the next transit and Instagram AC Astro channel. I hope you followed. Thank you for all the followers as well who have come in. They're all family members. I'm releasing some videos. Just go there and give comment if it is good, not good, worst. I will try to change. Gemini. When we talk about Gemini rising here, second house is where Jupiter became exalted, and it's a Kendra Lord. Kendra Lord going to the second house, it's a Marakastan. But here it is because in the house of Moon, it becomes very powerful. So from 18th of October till 11th of November, this beautiful Jupiter might have given you some, upliftment in the financial sector. Maybe your loans, your debts may have gone down. Your health must have become very nice, and career-wise, it's like one of the best position of Jupiter, because the aspect of the ninth aspect goes on the 10th house. Now here, when a planet gets retrograde, it just says that my energy is turning inward. I am going into a silent mode and I'm watching that how and what action do you take with all the learning, all the knowledge, all the wisdom that you have. Now your free will has the power to, explore opportunities. I suggest whenever a planet like Jupiter, a very big planet, came the Lord, 10th house Lord is retrograde, and in the house of your speech, we want to be very careful about what we speak in the professional sphere, what we speak in our relationship. Because sometimes at this moment, you know, it is not any guidance that is coming from the Brahaspati right now for you. It is mostly your free will, your ideas, your wisdom that you have gained for a very long time is now going to repeat. So we want to make sure that before making any statements about any workplace colleagues, any statement about any research that any other person has done, because of the aspects, see, Jupiter works more on aspects, not on the placement. Placement is second house, very good, but aspect is, you know, sixth house, eighth house, 10th house. So here it will mostly work on all your daily routines, workplace politics, also anything that has to do with enemies, debt. You know, you must have seen that, oh, my debt is getting approved. In the last stage, there may be some kind of things which may require your more attention or validation. So here, these kind of things are what we need to be more, what you say, mindful about. Jupiter looking at the eighth house, very good time to recover some investments also. If there is investment that you have done in the past, if there is some money that is supposed to be coming from someone from the past, this is also the time that, those things may come to you. So it's a very, very beautiful placement. As well as Jupiter looking at the 10th house. This says that in the workplace, we want to be very careful with our speech, with our ideas, with our commitment. No overcommitment, because sometimes in overwhelming state the period was going so good, I've overcommitted, I will do this also, that also. But remember, Jupiter is getting retrograde. It is taking away the, it is just like, you have been driving with a driving instructor for 2 months. Finally, driving instructor says, I am going out, now you go on your own. Now you have to use your own wisdom. Simple as that. That's how retrograde planet works, because that person is now behind, and he says, okay, go. Now you have to use your own wisdom. This is exactly a retrograde situation. Here, also one more thing, because it's a Maraka house and seventh house lord is also Jupiter. It is said that a Kendra lord cannot become a Maraka, but still we have to sometimes ignore principles in the modern world and make sure that health wise also we are taking very extreme care. Whenever we are doing anything that has to do with Botox, anything to do with the orthodontics, dental things, we have to be extra careful and take multiple opinions before we move forward. So this is how your Jupiter retrograde period may happen. Let's hope for the best. Instagram AC Astro channel. I think, thank you so much for following. And those who are not following, please follow. Making nice videos, and we are starting Instagram live to take free charts. So see you there. Cancer ascendant. Now here Lagna is where Brihaspati, Guru, Jupiter has become exalted. But from 11th of November 2025, it will become retrograde. Now, retrograde Jupiter, these results are going to be till 5th of December in the sign of, Cancer, because later the retrograde results will come from the sign of Gemini. That's why we 18th of October till 11th of November, this beautiful transit is still going on, right? We are in the beginning of November. If you're seeing this video right now, this is still beautifully going on. But as it turns retrograde, we want to be very careful about every aspect of our life. Because here in this scenario, every aspect of our life, our education, our higher education, our relationships, every aspect is now being looked by Jupiter in a retrograde motion. What is a retrograde motion? I explain, Gemini people. You are driving with a driving instructor who's giving you instruction. This, do this, do that, take left, take right. But now that instructor says, okay, I will hold here, and you go. And now you have to take actions, decisions on your own, merit, own free will, own wisdom. Now, first house is a house that rules everything. That's why it's called ascendant, right? It rules everything: your nature, your physical outlook, your fame, your health, your wealth, your decisions, your brain, everything. So in every aspect of life, we want to just be, extra careful and make sure that we take decisions only after multiple times thinking about the same, what we can say, multiple times thinking about the same scenario, that okay, if this is the scenario, what are the pros, what are the cons? If this is the scenario, if I want to take a house, is it the right time, not the right time? What is market saying? What is the next future saying? So you have to use your own wisdom, your own research. Those who are thinking of progeny, childbirth, also may also reconsider now, may think that, okay, you know what, let's try after, what we can say, March 2026. So somewhere these kind of things may happen. Education wise also, those who are thinking of doing education in a foreign country again might reconsider that, okay, you know what, let me do more research around this. So these kind of things you should encourage yourself to do, whatever area of life related to the fifth house: children, romance, education, speculative gains. Make sure that you are having two layers of your own wisdom, that okay, this is the way things will be moving forward, in a nice way, in a bad way. So how do I, tackle the situation? Same way for Jupiter in the aspecting the seventh house for relationship, partnerships, new partnership that has just started between 18th of October till now, 11th of November. We want to be very careful about, are we going in the right way? Do we need to withdraw? Do we need to understand? Do we need to have more research in these areas? That's how you need. And that partnership can be business partnership, love partnership, relationships, anything. Also, Jupiter looking at the ninth house says that education wise, if you're doing any higher education, if you're going to foreign countries, if you're doing any philosophical activities, there also we want to be one layer, extra layer of precaution. So I hope that this transit, it's a very beautiful transit to transform yourself, spiritually evolve yourself, very, very powerful. But in this material world, we also want to make sure that we protect our material interest before we move into any different aspects of life. All the very best. Good news, but little bit of careful. One thing that we need is that Ishta of Jupiter, Brahaspati, is Bhagwan Vishnu. So Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Before doing anything, chant this. It will automatically create that aura, that shield around you, that you will not make wrong decisions. All the very best. Have a great time. See you in the next video. And Instagram Live is coming, free Instagram Live. So I hope you have joined here. All the best. Leo. So when we talk about Leo ascendant here, the Viprit Rajyog creating planet is getting retrograde from 11th of November. Jupiter, Brahaspati, who's the fifth house lord in the 12th house. Suddenly, there might have been sudden travels might start right now because it is retrograde. So maybe you have done something for some reason in maybe in very far away place. You have to go back again to do some leftover work. This is also what Jupiter says. On the other hand, this is the house that is related to expenses related to children which you may be ignoring may come on surface. Expenses related to even the eighth house, that is, disease, age, something that has to do with your health, court cases, everything may also come. Well, legal expenses may also come. So it is not bad. Sometimes legal expenses can be for good reasons. So some expenses are coming. One thing that we need to be extra cautious about is our subconscious mind. Sometimes eighth house lord also gives us fear, by the way. We have to remember eighth house is about fear. It goes to the 12th, or sometimes fear comes, anxiety comes, sleepless night comes, insomnia comes when Jupiter is retrograde, because you feel completely that no one is giving me any wisdom, any knowledge, any support. I told other ascendants also that how it feels when a retrograde, Jupiter like a planet becomes retrograde. You're driving with a driving instructor, and suddenly instructor says, "Okay, I am getting off. Now you go on your own. Now you have to use your own wisdom. You have to remember what all wisdom was given by the instructor to me, because instructor is back there. You are moving forward. Instructor is moving back. And that's how it works. Earth is the ascendant, right? We are the ascendant. We are moving in the normal speed. Planet looks in an optical illusion that is moving behind. So just imagine that whatever they have said, whatever our gurus have said, whatever our teachers have said, whatever we have learned, we have to now implement it in a very nice way. One good thing is that Jupiter retrograde puts an exalted, debilitated aspect on the sixth house. Now health wise problems coming, those people who are having long term diseases problems, especially diabetes, especially related to their liver, liver, everything, liver and pancreas and kidneys are all ruled by Jupiter and Venus. So here those problems are going to get a little bit of solved because the aspect becomes retrograde here. Legal troubles, court cases, etc. may also find new prospects after research. So that is what it's because the ninth aspect of Jupiter is on the eighth house of research. So a lot of research is required during this time. One good thing is that Jupiter is looking at the fourth house. So those who have done any kind of real estate, any kind of deals like that, now after revision, now after understanding that everything is fine, or maybe us adding one more layer of revision, you may find success in those areas as well. Retrograde planet is never bad. Retrograde planet is only saying that now listen. You drive your car, I am sitting behind, sitting and watching from the road that are you going right or wrong. And then later when I'm direct, I will tell you these are the mistakes that you did. So it is more that now I am on my own self. Those who go to Jupiter Mahadasha Antardasha may feel this more powerful. Thank you. Let's see you. Your spiritual level is going so up. This is the time to go back and reflect inside that okay, what kind of spiritual opportunities did I miss? And you will feel very blessed by taking action. It's not like I missed that. That's why I'm feeling blessed. Now I need to understand that okay, this is what I need to do in the future. The Instagram handle is H3 Astro channel, and now we are starting live on Instagram, live birth chart reading. So do follow there, otherwise you will miss this opportunity. Thank you. Take care. See you in the next transit. Virgo. Now, when we talk about Virgo here, Rohitji, you will see that 11th house is where Jupiter becomes exalted. An exalted planet becomes retrograde, makes like little bit of, we can say, more, what to say, more effort. Like a little bit of more effort needs to be put when a planet like Jupiter becomes retrograde in the 11th house, and especially Kendra Lord, 4th house Lord, 7th house Lord in the 11th house. Gains are still going to be there, but now gains can be coming. Earlier, gain was coming from luck. Now it will come from efforts. Because look at Jupiter. Brahaspati Dev is looking at the third house of your courage, efforts, looking at the fifth house of your creativity, and looking at the seventh house of your relationships, partnerships. Fifth house and seventh house is a very close connection. Huh? Fifth house is the house of romance, love, and seventh house is the house of commitment. Remember this. Keep it in your mind. Seventh house is when you do a signature. Fifth house is when your heart, your mind, your soul says, okay, yes, you know what, I agree to this. And seventh house is when I agreed, now I put this on paper. This is what the difference between two houses are. Here, Brahaspati in the 11th house of social circle, gains, your elder siblings. Now, this is the time that you may be getting lot of support from social circle, lot of support from people around you, and from your mentors, for teachers. But right now, it will feel a little bit of complete silence in those areas. You may feel that, oh my God, I'm not like these people who were so much around me. Now I feel kind of isolated because a retrograde planet says, and I've been given example to every ascendant, that it is just like a driving with a driving instructor in a car, and then finally instructor says, "Oh, you are okay now. I feel that everything is good. I will get down here and you go. I will look at you." And now you have to take decisions about the traffic, about this everything yourself. This is how this retrograde Jupiter really works. Here in this situation, you will see that your hope, your wishes, your dreams, which you've been trying to achieve, your goals that you've been trying to achieve, may take a little bit of slow behavior here, a slow pattern. You will see that, oh, I was just supposed to reach there, how can I stop? Because this time demands more research, more analytics, more relying on yourself rather than your social circles. Also see, it is putting the fifth aspect on communication. Now, if you look at communication wise here also, we need to reflect back on what we said, what we committed in the past, and are we going to fulfill it or not? Short distance travel, working with your siblings, working with your close friends. Exactly, we need to revisit things and understand that are we going in the right direction or we need to take some different route. Same way, Jupiter looking at the fifth house, those who are trying for progeny, very good. And good news, I have got so many good news from Virgo Ascendant that, my two of my friends, they message that, sir, we are trying to conceive and now finally conceive. God is very, very kind, very beautiful. Now, here, those people who were trying to conceive, doing IVFs, now you need to have a little bit of patience. You need to do it after 11th of March 2026. That's my suggestion. Even education wise, we need to be extra careful about what we choose in the love and romance area. We want to make sure that the commitments, the communication, the feelings that we have, is it coming same from the other side, or there is some kind of revision required from our side? Are we giving too much or are we not giving anything? This is what exactly you need to now do a balance. And because Jupiter is looking at the seventh house here, this says that any signature, any contractual things that you need to do is to be extra layered. Like you need to be again revisit 2 3 4 times before doing any signature, because retrograde Jupiter says now you're on your own, you use your own wisdom. Sometimes for own wisdom we need to be loud to ourselves, at least 3 4 5 times loud thinking. So I will be doing this, what are the pros, what are the cons, I'll be signing a new job offer, I am comfortable in my job. What is the next? What is the reputation of this company? I'm getting more money, but what is it money costing me otherwise? So such kind of loud thinking is what you need during this time to make sure that you are making right and wonderful decisions. All the very best, Virgo Ascendant people. See you in the next transit and AC Astro channel Instagram. I hope you followed because we are starting live from this weekend. Live on Instagram, live free birth chart reading. So if you have followed, only then you can ask questions. Thank you. Take care. Have a great time. Libra Ascendant. Now, one of the best ascendants in the world have exalted Jupiter in the 10th house, turning retrograde from 11th of November 2025. A retrograde planet does not mean a bad planet. A retrograde planet means, I give example to everyone. I have to keep repeating because I know you come on timestamps and you see your stuff only. That's why I have to repeat. So what happens whenever you are learning driving? You have an instructor with you. They are taking you, take a left, take a turn. Oh no, no, put a brake. So you are getting constant wisdom. Now what happens? The instructor says that, you know what, I feel that everything is looking nice. I will get down, step down. You sit in the car and go. I will look at you that are you driving right or wrong. This is the period of retrogression because you are ascendant, you are earth, you are the driver, and behind you is the mentor behind it. It says I will just, an optical illusion happens that it starts moving backwards. You're like, oh my god, my instructor is going back, 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 back. Now I'm on my own, on my own, on my own. This is exactly how it feels when a retrograde planet happens. It's a practical way to explain you. That's why I'm explaining this. Now here, this is the 10th house of your career, of your ability, of your fame, name, power, your job, your, we can say, your occupation. In these areas, your extra layer of caution is required because if from these areas you make financial decisions, from these areas you make decisions in your home, from this area you make decisions related to your workplace. Because see the aspect of Jupiter: second house on finances, fourth house on your home, and sixth house on your workplaces. So all three places where Jupiter is putting an aspect also gets little bit of hampered means that here financial decisions, you were getting a lot of guidance, many people said do this, that. Now it's time for you to understand, okay, you know what is your loud thinking will say it's the right thing to do, wrong thing to do, how to take it forward, not to take it forward, what decisions to take, what not decisions to take. So this is more on your own self, like it is not going to be coming from some third party. Same way, related to your investments, related to your family values, that my family, what is the equation between you and your family. No third party. Sometimes any third party from your family acting as Brahaspati, Jupiter, Guru might be coming to resolve problem, but this is the time to resolve problem your own self. Even with Jupiter looking at the fourth house, any real estate transactions, any vehicle transactions done during 11th of November to 11th of March 2026 is where we have to be extra cautious, and we have to take multiple times, you have to talk to yourself that, okay, am I doing the right thing, what are the pros, what are the cons. Such kind of small graph need to be made to understand that, okay, we are in the right direction. A retrograde Jupiter does not mean it becomes evil. A retrograde Jupiter means now I will watch you. You go and learn karate and kung fu and whatnot, and now the master says, now it's your turn, go, I will watch you, what right moves you're doing, what wrong moves you're doing. So you have to use your wisdom. Exactly, that is the kind. And Jupiter, looking at the sixth house, those who have applied for loan, those who have taken debt, those who are applying for big debts, it's a time to again revisit these thoughts, understand that how much debt can you handle. It is going too much over your head. And it, in fact, Jupiter in the sixth house also says that connection between 10th house and sixth house is workplace. In the workplace, what are the over commitments that you have done? What are the under commitments that you have done? So try to be as fair as possible, because someone is putting on eyes, thousand eyes are watching you every minute, that okay, what is happening with this person. One thing, health wise, we will see some good news, because a retrograde means, health wise all the problems also start becoming retrograde, becoming past. So very good, health wise we will see good things. And enemies, litigation, court cases wise also we will see lot of progress during this time. So all the very best. I hope that this turns out to be a very, very great learning curve for all the Libra ascendant people. And you are the best, nothing happens to you. Your Lagna Lord is the supreme. When Jupiter becomes retrograde here, you should do Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, this mantra, because it's the Ishta of Jupiter. Once you do this, Jupiter becomes very calm, and even in this retrogression, point to point, he will start guiding you, and you will not make mistakes. Okay, all the best. Have a great time. See you in the next video. And Instagram live is starting from next week. AC Astro channel, Instagram live, free birth chart reading. So if you want, you can come there. Bye bye. Scorpio. Now, when we talk about Scorpio ascendant here, ninth house is where Jupiter entered into the sign of Cancer on 18th of October, and it is there here till 11th of November. I know some people may be watching beforehand, some people are watching after, but one good news is that Jupiter being retrograde in this position does not be very harmful for you. In fact, it is a very big learning curve that is coming. Ninth house, house of wisdom, house of devotion, house of father, house of gurus is where Brahaspati, the guru, the guide is getting retrograde. This means that guide says, now I feel that somehow you are very prepared to take actions. You don't need any support right now. You need to now act your own self. You have to use your own wisdom. You have to show devotion. You have to use righteous methods to take any actions. And this is exactly what Jupiter is trying to tell you. If Jupiter Mahadasha Antardasha is going, then the feeling will be more intense. Those who are thinking of higher education in a foreign country may have to now use their wisdom that, okay, you know what, many people told me this, do that, do this, do that, but now let me think, what am I supposed to do for myself? Why am I taking opinions from other people? This is the kind of feeling that you may have. Same way for your philosophical approach, for your approach related to your father, for your approach related to even those who are, many people, Scorpio ascendant might have started learning new languages in the past 1.5 years. You must have seen you're learning new languages, you're learning new cultures. All this thing you will start revising that, okay, you know what, how do I need to, you know what you say, place myself in this world. That is the kind of transit this is happening. It's a very big transit. Don't take it in a lighter space. It's a very big transit. Here Jupiter is more than the placement of Jupiter, the aspects matter a lot. Now Jupiter is looking at the ascendant. That means every aspect of your life is going to be touched on by Jupiter. Your attitude, yourself, everything that you're doing now will be closely watched by Jupiter in a retrograde motion. It will not come and hold your hand that, okay, no, no, wrong, come out. It will say do wrong things so that you get experiences. This is the real meaning of a retrograde planet. Retrograde planet looking at the third house, Jupiter. Third house is the house of communication. Here it says now you have to show courage, communication according to your understanding, your own, what you say, your own judgment. Jupiter, still remember, this is a very big thing to small layer. Jupiter is in the ninth house of your bhagya. So your destiny will not get compromised. Only thing is that because of your decisions, things may delay or things may prioritize according to the decisions, the action, the courage, the point of action, the sense of urgency that you show. This is how it will impact you. On the other hand, this is third house, ninth house planet looking at the third house. Travel plans may have a little bit of disruption sometimes, but which is okay. It may also teach you something that how we need to, plan the travel, what we need to do and what not. On the other hand, Brahaspati, Jupiter, looking at the ninth house with the ninth aspect. This is a very powerful aspect of Jupiter. Remember this. Those who have been trying, and very good news for Scorpio. One of my very, very dear client, I cannot say, I don't like saying client, a very good friend who's been always consulting me, finally, after 7 years, got pregnant. Very good and very, very good. Now, see, for such things, those who have got pregnant, those who got just into a love relationship, those who just got into any partnerships, those who got in their children, their children, and they had a very good relationship. Now, this is the time to maintain it. This is the time to now research more about how to maintain peacefulness. Those who are in fact thinking of childbirth and all, now till 11th of March, if your birth chart is saying something different, Mahadasha and Antardasha of Jupiter is not there, then it's a different story. But otherwise, you have to now wait till 11th of March 2026 to then, start moving into the direction of what we say, progeny and stuff like that. Main focus for Scorpio ascendant people comes more on education side, because ninth house planet is looking at with the ninth aspect on the fifth house. Both the houses are of education. So here, those who are doing any education, any training, any learning, they need to be more focused now, because earlier you were getting help from other people, but now this is the time that you will go alone, all in yourself. One more important, and we cannot forget that thing, is that Jupiter rules speculative gains for you. Again, in the speculation, you may be getting tips, this, that, whatnot, but right now, please worry about all the tips that you get in the retrograde period. It may be misleading. So it is better to use your own efforts, own ideas, own creativity, rather than taking a shortcut. Use, if you're investing in stock and stuff like that, use your own brain first. Okay, all the best. Have a great, wonderful, beautiful transit. And Instagram, AC Astro channel, we are starting live from this weekend. It is going to be live birth chart readings on Instagram only. So let's hope that how many people come there and join. If you don't join before Saturday, then you will not be able to ask questions. Thank you. Sagittarius. Now here, Lagna Lord is in the 8th house, and 8th house planet, Lagna Lord, getting retrograde. While this is not a very bad placement of the Lagna Lord, it is a little bit of challenging because Jupiter does not have shows absolute good qualities in the 8th house, but it goes into deep meditation, deep transformation. You must have seen that many things related to your home life, many things related to you yourself must have transformed. Many people who were drinking, smoking might have quit. Sometimes in a bad aspect, if things are not good in your birth chart specifically, many people must have started such things. Many people may have gone into deep research, deep analytics, also used occult in their life a lot, that this planet is transiting, let me take decisions here and whatnot. So such kind of things you may be doing in the past. Now what happens here? 8th house of big transformation. Earlier, there was some guide with you who was telling, okay, you know what, come, I will hold your hand and we'll transform together. But right now, no, that's not the scenario. Right now, scenario is that you're on your own. Every research that you do, you'll have to take full ownership of that research. Every action that you're taking to transform your life, you'll have to take full ownership of that action. No one is guiding you at this moment for a while, just to see that how beautiful you have learned the art. Jupiter in the 8th house. 8th house is the house of enemies, sorrow, diseases, problems, ayu, that is your life, longevity. Here you will see that all these areas is where you have to start working again on your own self. You will see that, okay, you know what, this is compromising my health, this is compromising my age, this is compromising my, what you say, my journey in my life, not giving me peace. You have to start transforming yourself. Take harsh actions is what is required during this time. Now, more than the placement of Jupiter, the aspects of Jupiter are very, very powerful. Here, Jupiter is looking at the 12th house. So, those who have gone to a foreign country recently, those who are going to a foreign country, you will rethink, revisit such things that, okay, am I taking the right decisions? Are we going in the right pattern? Do we take, is this the right action? Are we going to do anything right, wrong? More research is required in these areas. In fact, those who are anything related to subconscious mind, anything related to your spiritual behavior, anything related to expenses that you have been doing left, right, and center, either for your real estate, either for your family. Now you have to revisit things and think that, am I going the right direction, or is it going completely out of my hand? Such kind of things needs to be thought about. On Jupiter aspecting the second house, this is a debilitated aspect of Jupiter. But here, when Jupiter retrogrades, this aspect becomes extremely powerful and very, very extremely, full of gains. Second house, monetary gains is coming for Sagittarius. Those who have been suffering financial problems will see monetary gains during this time. So this is going to be a very positive news for Sagittarius. In fact, those who are having a little bit of trouble with family relationships, inheritances, they also see that many things with your own effort you'll be able to regain back. And Jupiter is looking with the ninth aspect on the 4th house. Now this is the house of real estate. This is the house of your property, real estate, mother, homeland. Now here, sometimes if you're doing any property transaction between this retrograde period, you are on your own. So remember, you have to do every due diligence, every compliance, everything yourself. So you have to be multiple times focused on the work related to your what do you say, on your property and vehicle. In fact, if you're even doing a rent agreement, you have to be very careful that, are they doing something, some scam, or are they doing trying to put us into some kind of a bond or something like that. So be extra careful. That's what is required. Otherwise, it's a good transit, not to worry about it. And I will see you in the next transit. But before that, one thing, because it's Ashtam Brahaspati, we want to do one good thing, and that is the Ishta of Brahaspati is Vishnu. So we have to do Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, this mantra as much as possible, so that Brahaspati, Jupiter, really starts supporting you in a very, very beautiful and wonderful manner. Even in this retrograde motion, what is Jupiter going to do if Lord Vishnu is with you? Just imagine this. If Lord Vishnu is putting blessing on you, retrograde planets, Kambas, Sade Sati, Dhaiya, nothing can do anything. So remember, above the layer of what you say planets is the supreme. Have you Rohitji, sometimes we go to some office, or some problem happens, we say, talk, bring me your manager, I want to talk to manager. We talk to the manager says, okay, don't worry, I will get it done. That is God. The other people working under other nine navgrahas, finally God is the manager. He will say, okay, I will get it done. No one below can do anything. This is how powerful Ishwar is. So put all your trust in that God and follow the process of him. Without him, you cannot get sorrow also, you cannot get happiness also. So he is the one who will take decisions. So just bow down in front of God and say, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. God, whatever you do is right. All the very best. Have a great time. See you. And Instagram, AC Astro channel, we are doing live on Instagram weekend onwards. So make sure you are available, otherwise, you'll not be able to ask questions. Capricorn. When we talk about Capricorn ascendant here, Jupiter is in the seventh house. Now, here, Jupiter is in a Marakastan. But if you look at Jupiter, third house lord, Jupiter is also the 12th house lord. So it is not a very, very great planet for Capricorn, but the placement is very great. In the past few days, from 18th of October till now, many things might have happened. Signing of new contracts, getting new job offers, in job getting promotions. In fact, many people getting into marriage proposals, getting, what is a family dynamics become very much better. Communication becomes very powerful. New collaboration, new friendships, foreign travel, getting work from foreign country, establishing yourself, and so many things might have worked out for you. Now, in this current scenario, Jupiter being retrograde tells you two, three, four things. Number one thing, Jupiter says that in this period, you know what, I am going retrograde. That means now you're on your own. I give examples to other ascendants also, and I will give it to you also. It is now becoming an instructor sits with you in a driving lesson. Now it says, okay, I'm going out, now you drive yourself. This is exactly what that period is. And it is watching you. It is not like it is going somewhere. It's watching you, that, okay, I have given him so much wisdom, what now, what has he understood and what has he not, is exactly what Jupiter is doing. Jupiter in this seventh house is going to focus on three other places. That is your 11th house, your first house, and your third house. So that means it is absolutely ruling both the social areas of your life. That means partnership becomes the center of all three places. The new partners that have come, revisit your partnership, understand that, okay, this collaboration, this association, what are the pros and cons of this? How do I take it forward? Is there any cheating happening? Is there not any cheating happening? Am I going to be fulfilling the need of the business of the or the partnership or not? So that all is required. Secondly, again, in the engagement, marriage, the dates, etc., anything that you have done, again, be very careful that, am I going to be in this right scenario? Is this partnership going to work? Is this collaboration going to work? Is my partner perfect? Is not perfect? What are the things that we need to work on? What are the communication? See, the ninth aspect of Jupiter is on the third house. Communication related to relationship has to be very clear and crystal during this time. There is no third party guide that is going to come to tell, okay, you know what, do this and that and whatnot. It is more in a relationship, that on partnership, that communication has to be absolutely crystal clear. Jupiter putting aspect on the 11th house also tells that in your social circle, the expansion that you have received in this very beautiful less time in the 1 month, you see that now you need to maintain it. To maintain it, now use your own effort. Put your own efforts, put your own ideas, put your own creativity. The fifth aspect is the aspect of creativity. In fact, this is also the time that elder siblings, if they were looking for some kind of childbirth, etc., they might have also got some good, very, very good and wonderful news. For that also, Jupiter favored them. Jupiter is a very, very pious, very good planet, but in the current scenario, I have seen, this is my research, I don't know about other people. When we choose Jupiter in the seventh house, and if you have this Jupiter in the seventh house, relationship pattern are not that great, because Brahaspati is a planet of spirituality. It takes you towards spiritual progress. When it comes to love and romance, it is Venus, which is exactly opposite principle of Jupiter. So in that areas, because this is the first aspect I'm talking about, because your mind, your attitude, yourself may not be very much, what you say, very much aligned towards commitment. So you may feel a little bit of withdrawal, you may feel a little bit of coming back, you may feel a little bit of isolated in relationships. That is what you need to avoid and take very conscious actions. Don't try to work on other people's or play with other people's emotions. That's what my suggestion is. Short distance travel, because Jupiter is looking at the Third house with the ninth aspect. Ninth aspect is also travel. Third is also travel. So here, short distance travel may also require revisions few times. In fact, this your friendships with your speech, with your commitment also for partnership, you may require a lot of revisions. So we want to be very careful about what we speak. Proper research is required. Overall, it's not a bad transit. It is a transit where you will understand your true capability, that okay, you know what, who am I, how can I take now action, will I be able to convert this or no. And then when Jupiter goes into, Gemini and comes back into, what do you say, comes back into Cancer again next year, June, you will be like so powerful that, can achieve everything. All the best. Have a great transit. The handle is AC Astro channel on Instagram. Follow it because we are doing starting live on Instagram from this weekend. So if you will not do it, you will miss it. Huh? And then don't say that I did not. If you join now, then only you'll be, because that day I will stop the joining for some time. Then again I will start after the live. So all the best. Aquarius rising. Now when we talk about Aquarius rising here, what's happening? Sixth house is where Jupiter is retrograde. You must have seen that debt conditions must have become very much better. Those who were not getting debts finally got something. Workplace wise, also, we got some good relief. In fact, new jobs, those who must have been in a very troublesome job may also quit and now finding, maybe looking good prospects for job, and things are opening up for you. In fact, there is one more very positive thing that I've seen, and that positivity is related to health. Health conditions became very much better. Lot of critical illnesses, challenges which you were facing, now because of lifestyle changes, things have become into a better place. Now this is the time when Jupiter becomes retrograde and says, see, reflect on your past, that these are the good things that we implemented in our life and how beautiful things happen. Now let me judge you, that are you going to continue this in the retrograde period, or are you going to take different route towards anything else. So this is the time that you need to understand and focus, that okay, my route, my vision, my perspective should be as what you say, as how suggested by Jupiter in the past 1 month, how it was. That is what I need to continue. Enemies, trouble from people who have been in your workplace, now they have been tackled. Now this is the time to maintain peace, maintain harmony with them. Those who have been struggling for loan debts, all this kind of problems, and got debts, now you have to understand that it's very difficulty after that you got all these things, right? Now you need to maintain it. So more or less, it is a driver. Jupiter is the instructor, you are the driver. Instructor has guided you this now instructor says, I will hold on here, you go forward. I will be in retrograde motion, you go forward. I will look at you if you're doing very good or no. But this is a time to take more responsibility, more action. Expenses. Expenses is a very big factor for Jupiter in this house, huh, by the way, because Jupiter puts the aspect on the 12th house of expenses. Now here, expenses also, are the expenses for necessity or for luxury? Is your bank balance going to you are going to withdraw from your bank balance, or you're going to be adding to your bank balance? That is all depends on your ideas, your wisdom now. Because look at Jupiter putting a ninth aspect on the second house. So it says now your higher education, everything will say that are you going to withdraw or are you going to accumulate? And are you, one good news is that by God's grace, this is a very good placement of Jupiter. We cannot deny that. Loans, debts may come down, or you may get some foreign association, some foreign collaboration, which may remove that, that financial insecurity from your life, which is very, very favorable, very, very good. I'm very happy for it. One thing, Jupiter in the sixth house, and Jupiter here is the lord of the second and the 11th house. You may also come across people from the social circle asking from loan, or family people asking from loan for debt, for money. It is your now, what you say, it is your now wisdom, your now decision to give them or not give them. So this is one thing that may come. That's why I'm saying, because I have a chart like this which happened in the Jupiter Mahadasha when Jupiter was transiting here. Same Aquarius, their family member came and said that, you know what, we need some money and all. He gave it and never returned. Almost 20 years now, they never returned the money. So such kind of events can also happen, because sixth house is where it is getting retrograde. This is the house of enemies. Sometimes you may go to help someone, your friend, and they will become your enemy. How I will explain? Someone gets into a trouble, they say, come and give my bail and give my guarantor, and I am taking loan, be my guarantor. You do that, and now what happens? They are absconding. What will happen? You will have to come across all the troubles now. So be very careful. Use your wisdom, use your brain before taking any such decisions. Okay. I gave you as much as caution, as much as precaution, but there is one beautiful thing that you can do which will mitigate all the problems of this. This is very small problem. And that solution is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Taking the name of that Supreme Lord Vishnu, who's the Ishta of Jupiter, is going to remove every obstacles from your life. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, among the sages, I am Brihaspati. Just imagine. And if you go to the higher conscious of Brihaspati and pray to them, then this retrograde, Sadisati, combust, all this does not matter. If you have to have faith in that divine, that powerful person. Also have faith in AC Astro with AC Astro channel Instagram because we will be starting live on weekends from on Instagram from this week onwards. So this week you will, if you don't join before Saturday, then you will miss the opportunity. So it's up to you. Free live reading. Now we have stopped all this super chat, right? Also all this stupidity, because the problem is that YouTube is very difficult, man, when it's supposed to handle all this, and very difficult problem happens to my team. So it's going to be only free now. Huh, Rohitji? What do you say? है ना? Enough of all this, yaar. It is like, I know people should give value to whatever they are receiving, but after a point of time, this YouTube becomes very painful, man, because people do anyways. What do you think?
Yes, I think in our starting months and starting years we did that thing, but now we decided as a team that we will go live as a free live and
Hmm.
accessible to all, and accessible to all who are in super problem, and they can have their answers on the social media. So this is, I think, good decision.
Depending on problem, take the questions also depending on problem, because we don't want to take I know every question is a problem only, but we want to help those who are in very genuine need. In fact, I was thinking of starting small donation program where we can have some donations for the unemployed, those who are unemployed for a very long time. Even from my side, from my earning, we'll do small donations to their family, so that at least nothing but something related to do with their food and rent, etc., can be taken care of. So that was the another plan. But my team is saying, well, Samantha and Rishabh, everyone is saying, how will you implement, sir? How will you find out that that person is right or wrong? And so that is the problem now. Somewhere I told them we have to believe in God and believe in trust that God will put automatically those who are in problem in front of us so that we can help them. That is what my approach is. So let's see now how things work out to be. But this is New Year initiative. We will be starting this from New Year. Okay, Rohitji, let's move to Aquarius people. Sorry. Whenever Aquarius comes, Rohitji, I am giving so much gyan. I have remembered this. Something is there with Aquarius and me.
Aquarius is pot filled with gyan, with knowledge. There is, the sign is pot
What?
and so much inside, so it automatically comes when Aquarius comes.
Aquarius people have lot of things. One very good research about Aquarius is that they have a lot to store. If you tell Aquarius person something, na, they will not reveal it. They're secretive also. Their brain is the eighth house. Look at Mercury, 6. Virgo is eighth house. Again, what is Virgo doing? Kanya. And here Kumbha. All these people have lot of ability to keep secrets. So very powerful. Aquarius are very powerful people. Okay, thank you. Bye now. Moving on to Pisces. When we talk about Pisces here, the Lagna Lord is in the fifth house, in one of the most auspicious place and in an exalted position. What a beautiful thing. But from 11th of November, it will start getting retrograde. What a retrograde planet means. Retrograde planet means the energy turns inward. I have given example to other people. I will give example to you as well. You are driving a small car with an instructor, giving instructor say, oh, take left, no, put brake, this, that. You're like, okay. Suddenly instructor said, you know what? I think you're ready. I will get down and just wait and watch how things are moving for you. Did you learn? I will watch. Go, keep going. I have 1,000 eyes. I will keep watching. This is that period where Jupiter is saying, okay, let me get down here and now go on your own. So your creativity, your ideas, behavior with your children, behavior in the love life, everything depends on your own personal wisdom now. This is the house of Purva Punya. This means that past deeds are not going to give you any results. Now you need to create more deeds during this time. So you have to be more creative, more hands on, more Skill should be seen now. It should not be that I know the skill. It should be how you're using that skill is what is required. Jupiter putting an aspect on the ninth house. Now, this ninth house aspect is the aspect of higher education, and Jupiter is sitting in the house of education. Now, here also, what kind of education Jupiter taught you? What kind of education is what you are, what you want to pursue now, or what you are supposed to be? There is a, how can I put it? Jupiter, at the moment of time when you were learning something, that learning, do you want to continue that, or now you want to take some your self decision to not continue it and go to some different kind of education? This is also what Jupiter tells you during this time. So if you're doing an AI course, example in forensics, now you think, no, this forensics is not working for me, let me do cyber security, let me do compliance. So in that way, you have to take your decisions yourself. You will not get too much guidance. In fact, whatever guidance you will get will be very all over the place. On top of that, Jupiter here in the fifth house of share and stock market, you may be getting tips, this, that, invest here, cryptocurrency, whatnot. But now it may be a little bit of challenging. You may feel that, okay, I am on my own. You, in fact, even before listening to any other person, you need to be self dependent now. In India, it is called Atmanirbhar. You have to become self dependent. That, okay, will I be making the right decisions? Will I be having some troubles? Will I be making some problems? All this kind of stuff. Then it will be very good. Jupiter is saying now take action yourself. Your mother will hold your hand and make you walk once, twice, third, fourth, fifth, 10, 15. Later, she will one day leave her finger and say, now walk. You will fall, you will get up, you will fall, you will get up. Exactly, this is retrograde planet. Jupiter is now going to say, okay, you fall, you get up, you fall, you get up. Then you start making right decisions. Same way, Jupiter looking at the ninth house, anything to do with your destiny, which was working very nicely. Now you have to put extra efforts for things to work. Because see, the ninth aspect of Jupiter is coming on the first house. That is the house related to your attitude. So your attitude now will not be like a made up, it will be exactly what you are. It is a very, very beautiful transformative period where you show that how exactly you are. You're not guided by anyone. This is what I am. I'm not going to change. Or if I will change, I will change for this betterment. This is the kind of behavior that is coming. Brahaspati, looking at the 11th house here now. Now, 11th house is your social circle, your wishes, your gains, your hopes. This is the most positive thing that has happened. When a retrograde planet look at an debilitated house, it gives very exalted results of that house. Here, your wishes, your hopes, your income, everything is going to be going up. And why? Because your conscious decisions. And I feel that Pisces ascendant are already too wisdom oriented. They are too powerful. They have good brain, they have good knowledge, they have good grasping power. You will see that in this situation, your power is increasing. Your, what do you say, your social presence is increasing. People from around are trying to believe you, are trying to come to you, are trying to collaborate with you. That is the kind of powerful things that you will see. In another beautiful thing, you will see that losses that have been happening because of social circle or people around you who have been not supporting you, suddenly they will come in the forefront and start supporting you in a very, very beautiful way. So overall, this transit is a very wonderful, beautiful, awesome, powerful transit for all the Pisces ascendant people, especially with Lagna Lord. And when it comes to Gemini again, you will see that this transit is going to be like an overwhelming one, because lot of things you have to take decision on yourself, in the home, in the family matters, in your vehicle, real estate, everything. But finally it evolves you and gives you courage. I was talking to one of the diver. He is a diver and he did an appointment with me. He said, when I told him that how did you start, because I was so afraid of water. I first time when I was swimming, I thought, oh my God, I will never be able to do this. But then they started my diving practice. In the swimming pool, they teach first. So slowly, I started learning. My fear went off. And now I just feel like I just want to be underwater only all the time. So what happens is that once you start uh, working on your fear, now start keep repeating things, now automatically your life becomes very powerful, life becomes very enlightening, because then you find the true purpose of your life. So sometimes leave fear. This is the house of startups also. So those people who are thinking of, I would should start or not start, I would say in retrograde period, start. Don't worry about it. What will you do? Some mistake only, na, but at least you start. That's my suggestion. All the very best. Instagram, acastrochannel@gmail.com. We are starting live on Instagram from this week end. So I hope I will see you on the live there and do follow. Thank you. Take care. Om Guruve Namaha. Thank you, Rohit ji. I hope that it was good and not so dangerous because the retrograde planet is a little bit of difficult, but it is what it is.
Yes, it is what it is, and this Jupiter exalted and retrograde position will again happen in January 2027.
Like
So
2027.
2026, yes, 2026 you are not going to see this phenomenon because yes, 2026 it will be retrograde, but in Leo for very smaller time. Then it will jump to again back in the Cancer sign, and again then there will be the same situation, but with the
During
difference of
Diwali.
Rahu and Ketu.
It will be
Yes.
retrograde and going there during Diwali, right, Rohit ji?
Yes, 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 yes.
ठीक है.
So this time Jupiter, being the most Somme planet, soft planet, is the biggest hero up to 2034 because it will go back, come back, then exalted, then again it retrograde. So you cannot, handle this Jupiter very well. If definitely you are going through Jupiter Mahadasha, Antardasha, so it's good
Right.
to have your readings because we need the we need to match the pace of Jupiter with our chart. So thank you very much, Akashji, for
Thank you,
this
Rohit ji.
remedies and mantra also. And I hope easy mantra, easy remedies, and rest according to your chart you can match. Thank you, Akashji. Thank you very much. Thank you all the family members. We'll meet you in some next video. Till then,
जय
Jai
श्री
Shri
राम, जय
Ram.
हनुमान,
Jai
जय
Hanuman.
माता दी, जय माँ